Florida State summer enrollees are finally making it onto campus. Some of the bigger names from the 2024 recruiting class have still yet to officially enroll. Now, we've seen lots of buzz and even gotten lots of questions here about some of these newcomers. Lots of folks asking how many of them, if any, are expected to make an early impact. So I thought it'd be a good idea to jump on here and talk about it just a little bit. Now, I know people are a little concerned or at least have a few questions about the wide receiver position, and I definitely think it's at least a little warranted. Now, Florida State brought in an impressive wide receiver haul in 2024, bringing in 4 blue-chip receivers. But the last one to the party, and perhaps the one I'm most excited about, is 4-star wide receiver Elijah Moore. He comes in at 6'4", 200 pounds, so definitely a big body receiver, which is something that Florida State currently lacks in that room, despite having lots of numbers there. Now, he is a true freshman, so it's kind of hard to put any expectations on him, of course, but let's remember that while he isn't a Jeremiah Smith caliber player and didn't have the flashiest recruitment, Ohio State still really wanted this kid, and badly. It was a good job from the staff to be able to pull him away. Now, I think he has a similar skill set to Keon Coleman. No, he's not at that level yet and probably won't be in year one, but he has great body control, good speed for his size, and is a 50-50 ball nightmare judging by his tape. Now, again, you can't really expect a ton out of him early on, but I've seen some clips of him working out the last few days, and he absolutely looks the part. Of course, it would be awesome if he comes in and is an early impact kind of guy, especially with his different skill set. So we'll definitely keep an eye out for more practice reports on Elijah Moore, but either way, super excited about his future in Garnet and Gold. Florida State also welcomes in 4-star offensive lineman signee Manasseh Aitit, who was the top-ranked offensive lineman that they brought in 2024. You may remember this was a kid that was training to Florida State, but then made a kind of surprise commitment to USC before he ultimately decommitted from the Trojans and ended up signing with the good guys. So with his size at 6'4", 290 pounds, and an 82-inch wingspan, I'm excited about him as well. I really wish he had been able to enroll early and get the whole spring camp under his belt too, but nonetheless, he's in tally and ready to work. They also bring in highly touted offensive lineman Jonathan Daniels as well, so good to be bringing in some help on the offensive line. Now, they also welcome in not 1, not 2, not 3, but 4 more players on the defensive line, with those being 4-star defensive end D.D. Holmes, 4-star defensive end Amari Williams, 3-star defensive lineman Denos White, and 3-star lineman Jamori Flagg. Now, obviously, I'm most excited about Holmes and Williams, not only because they were ranked higher, but I do think they have higher ceilings of what their careers will be at Florida State. Now, Amari is young. He was originally a 2025 recruit before reclassifying to the 24 cycle and signing with the Noles. He actually signed with Florida State before even publicly announcing that he was even committed, so it's kind of odd, but either way, we got him. Now, he may have the highest ceiling of any of these guys, but with him essentially being a year behind, it could take some time to adjust, but I do think he brings a lot to the table. Now, at D.D. Holmes, I really love this one because, for one, it proves that Florida State is starting to recruit the DMV region well again, but I also think Holmes could be one of the most underrated recruits in Florida State's 2024 class. Watching some film and some highlights, I really like the size and speed that this kid plays with, and we already know what FSU does as far as development with defensive ends, and I expect him to be no different. Now, of course, we can't forget about Jake Weinberg, just one of the top kickers in the country, just a kid who got into Tallahassee and immediately started just casually kicking 60-yard field goals out there. We definitely can't forget that guy. FSU fans know that the kicker has been shaky a little bit these last couple of years, especially there in 2022. I think it probably cost us a game or two at least, if I'm being honest. Now, to Fitz's credit, he was drastically better in 2023, but you always felt a little nervous when you needed him in a clutch spot. But even if he was the best kicker in the country, this is going to be his last year, so you got to replace him, and you want to do it with one of the best. Now, yes, Jake was technically a 3-star, but all kickers are, and that's just the way they rate kickers. I really don't like that because it always brings the class average down for no reason. But either way, bringing in one of the top kickers in the country is a great way to bolster a key position on the field. Now, they also bring in 4-star running back Mekhi Danzy, who I think could make an impact at several positions with his speed, and then 4-star DB Ricky Knight, who also has a lot of potential if he can bulk up a little bit. I got a lot of questions about all of these guys, and I think even I forgot just how many big pieces of the 2024 class still had yet to enroll until now. Definitely lots of talent and lots of big recruiting wins, so glad to finally get all these guys in, and I'm really excited about the updates and clips we're going to see from them in practice. We appreciate you guys tuning into the video. If you enjoyed the content, definitely hit that like button, and also let me know down in the comments which 2024 recruit are you most excited about. Now, it could be one of the early enrollees, or it could be one of the newcomers we talked about in this video, But definitely let me know down in the comments who you're looking forward to seeing out there on the field this year. And let's talk Noles. We'll catch you guys on the next one.